Hello, my name is Joseph Fisher Schramm, and I thought I would take a break from being a literal cartoon character to discuss my new album with you. Also, yes, about half of the clothing that I'm wearing is from the women's section. The album is called Starving by Design Volume 1. It is called that because there will be a Volume 2, and all of that music is already written. The title itself is a play on the term starving artist, and I am hungry right now. The album began its tracking on August 9th, 2019, and we finished it this Sunday that just passed, March 8th. The production was handled by Michael Johnson from A Little Birdie Productions and Tori Barnes, now of SG Studios. The first track is called If You Ever Need Anything, and it's essentially just playing on the fact that whenever you listen to music or any sort of art that you really appreciate, you sort of feel at home with it. A lot of great people talk about that better than I ever could, but it's sort of saying that if you find some sort of solace in the emotions that we're sharing in this music with you, then please come back. Please share that with other people, you know? Not from the point of view of like, oh, this is something that I made, but from the point of view of if art is something that can be for the greater good, then let's take full advantage of that. And also, thank you. The second song is called Jade and Honey. It was the first single off the album, but there are some significant differences that I hope you will enjoy. I definitely do. We had some more artists on it. A lot of people ask me about the lyrics of the song, particularly the chorus, and while I don't want to go into full detail because I think that that is also a disservice, I would also like to clarify that it is not the negative aspects that a lot of people think that it is. The song is entirely positive about relationships. The song K, however, is not that. It is the exact opposite. That song is about whenever someone has already broken up with you, but they just haven't told you yet. The fourth song on the album is called Balloon Flight, and it was written whenever one of my best friends and I were just walking in a park, and we sat by a pond, and we talked about having one of those little like Home Depot, little like garage shacks, and that's where one of us would live. And then we also thought about just escaping away and not talking to anybody for years and just being completely hermetic. The title of the song, for anyone who was wondering, is indeed a play on the Nintendo Entertainment System game Balloon Fight. The fifth track is called Power Creep. It's sort of an instrumental tune that I wrote for my brother, honestly. I didn't realize it at the time, but the only reason that I know heavy music is because of him, and I was like, let's just give him one to go completely heavy on, and I'm really proud of how it came out. The sixth track is called Malachi. That's actually going to be a part of either a concept album or a novel if I decide to go with the full story, but the main character is called Malachi, and he's just, reveling on a bad vacation. It's a shame about what happens to him later. The seventh track is called Textual Tension, and it's just a very goofy song, and the name is a spoonerism of sexual tension. And I thought it was very funny, and I'm very proud of that. It might be one of my favorite pieces I've ever written. The last song on the album is called I Should Have Been a Milkman, which is a parody of the stereotype of a 1950s milkman who would spend a little bit too much time with the wives while the husbands were out at work. I wrote this song whenever I was learning about particular surrealist and 20th century artists such as Picasso, who seemed to me to be very unpleasant. And so I was just kind of rolling off of the hubris of artists in general, but also humans as a whole, because anybody you know could do something terrible. And we all feel bad sometimes. The digital version of the album is going to be released on my birthday, this coming April 4th. The digital version has a cover that looks like this. However, later on, we're going to have a physical release that's going to have a different album cover, and I haven't actually explained that yet, so I will now. The physical versions, specifically CD, but I would love to do tapes or vinyl if anybody wants them. Please comment down below, and we'll set up a pre-order for that as well. But anyway, those physical versions are going to have not just like an album booklet, but a full-fledged photo and lyric book. And the cover for the physical versions of the album is going to have the same photo essentially, but we're going to redo it using a diorama and modeling clay. It's going to be very cute, very Nintendo. I'm pretty stoked. All members of my Patreon, regardless of tier, will receive a free digital version of the album upon its release, and a discount later on whenever the physical version is about to come out. I think that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, message a study and expression, or just leave it in the comments. Thank you very much.